But what happened next changed his life forever. In Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom, there was once a woman who knew nothing about him. She stood up and said bluntly, "I will not pay the fine, do whatever you want." Judge Caprio calmly told her that he could arrange a payment plan for her, so it would be easier to pay the fine. But the woman kept a rude attitude, saying again, "Do whatever you want. I'm not going to pay." For the first time in his life, Judge Frank Caprio, worldwide for his kindness and compassion, became angry in the courtroom. That specific proceeding was never published anywhere, but Judge Caprio later mentioned it in his book. Hello, and welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to tell you about the inspiring story of a judge named Frank Caprio. He is known as the world's nicest judge. His work has brought him fame all over the world. But what made him start working this way? And why did he suddenly lose his temper in court? You'll find out in this video. He was polishing shoes when going to school. Judge Frank Caprio was born on November 24, 1936. When he was young, he had no idea that one day he would be known as the world's nicest judge. His childhood was very difficult. He was born into a poor Italian immigrant family. His father, Antonio Caprio Jr., had to stop studying in 7th grade to help his family. As the oldest child, Frank also had to work part-time jobs to help his family survive. To help his family financially, he delivered milk, worked as a newspaper boy, set up bowling alley pins, waited tables, and even shined shoes. Despite these difficulties, Frank never gave up on his dream of becoming a lawyer. He believed that education was the most important thing and that if he worked hard enough, he could achieve anything. And he proved it. After graduating from high school, Frank enrolled in the University of Rhode Island, and despite having to work long hours, he managed to graduate with honors. He then enrolled at Boston University School of Law and graduated in 1965. Frank had already shown that he could overcome any obstacle. He was criticized for being poor. After graduating from law school, Frank wanted to continue his career in Boston. However, he soon realized that getting a job as a lawyer in the city was quite challenging. As a new lawyer, he wasn't able to make a lot of money, and he was still trying to pay off his student loans. Although Frank was a talented and dedicated lawyer, he faced many obstacles. Besides his financial situation, another problem was that he was often judged and criticized by his colleagues and clients due to his appearance. Frank wasn't tall and muscular, nor did he wear expensive clothes. Many people underestimated him because of his looks. Despite these challenges, Frank continued to work hard and prove himself capable of handling any legal issue. Once he met a woman. One day, Frank was representing a client in a court case. His client, Mrs. McCauley, was an elderly African-American woman who had been wrongly accused of stealing a purse. Frank argued passionately in defense of his client, pointing out that the evidence against her was weak and unreliable. Unfortunately, the jury didn't agree with him and found her guilty. Mrs. McCauley was devastated. But Frank stayed by her side, providing support and comfort. He explained the situation to her and told her that sometimes the judicial system doesn't work the way it should, but that he would keep fighting for her freedom. It was at this moment that Frank met a woman named Mary Ellen. Frank and Mary Ellen fell in love and decided to get married. She supported him, understood his worries, and helped him through the tough times. She was a source of strength for him. Together they were ready to face any challenge. A new chapter in his life began. Fortunately, Frank eventually found a job as a prosecutor in the Attorney General's office. This gave him the opportunity to gain experience and make a name for himself. Over the years, he has built a reputation as an honest, hardworking, and fair prosecutor. In addition to his professional success, Frank's personal life was also developing favorably. He and Mary Ellen had 2 wonderful children, a son and a daughter, and settled in a beautiful house in Providence. It seemed like everything was perfect for Frank, but his career took an unexpected turn that would change his life forever. He became a judge. One day, the mayor of Providence, Vincent Buddy Chungshi, who had heard about Frank's good work, called him and offered him a job as a municipal court judge. Frank was surprised by the offer. He hadn't applied for the position and hadn't even considered becoming a judge. However, after thinking it over, he decided to accept the challenge. Frank took office in 1985 and was reappointed every 4 years until his retirement in 2023. Since then, his life completely changed. At first, Frank enjoyed his job. He liked dealing with cases involving traffic violations and other minor offenses. But he soon noticed something disturbing. Most of the people appearing in court were poor and couldn't afford to pay the fines. He saw firsthand the struggles of many families in his city and felt he could do more to help them. So he started looking for ways to reduce the fines for those in need. People from all over the world knew about his work. Thanks to his decision, many people learned about the compassionate judge. Videos of his court proceedings went viral, gaining millions of views. He gained worldwide popularity and people from different countries learned about his work. In 2015, he was featured in a documentary where he shared his experiences and the secrets of his success. The documentary was titled The Nicest Judge in the World. People applauded his fairness, humanity, and ability to connect with others. He became known as the nicest judge in the world. But many doubted that he was a real judge. Many of his viewers didn't believe that the world's nicest judge existed, so they went online to search for him. They were amazed by his behavior and wondered how he could be so nice. Seeing this, the producer of the show, caught in Providence, decided to visit the judge. After confirming that he was indeed the world's nicest judge, they began filming his court proceedings. Later, this show went viral and made him famous worldwide. Despite his busy schedule, Frank never forgot his roots. He remained humble and treated everyone with respect, regardless of their social status. He continued to work tirelessly for the community, helping those in need and making positive changes. Throughout his career, he received numerous awards and honors for his outstanding work. But he remained the same humble man who simply wanted to make a difference in the world. His legacy lives on. In 2023, after 38 years of service, Judge Frank Caprio retired from the bench. Despite leaving the courts, he continued to be active in various charitable and community organizations. He regularly gives lectures and participates in events aimed at helping others. Moreover, in 2025, he published his autobiography titled Compassion in the Court. In it, he shares his life story, professional achievements, and the values he held throughout his career. His life story serves as an inspiration for many people who admire his humanity, justice, and dedication. On August 21, 2025, the world lost a remarkable judge, Frank Caprio, who won hearts around the world for his kindness and compassion. Though he is gone, his legacy lives on, encouraging people to treat others with respect, empathy, and understanding. And now, I want to ask you, what qualities do you admire in a person? In your opinion, what made Judge Frank Caprio so unique? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And that's all for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any new videos. Click on the bell icon so you don't miss any new videos. And that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Until next time.